What information does a theatrical milliner need from a hat mock-up?
I'm going to show you a couple of examples of mock-ups for hats that you can create if you're making a hat for a stage show. This one here is a mock-up of a little pillbox that I created it. I drafted the pattern and then I taped this together just to check to make sure that the pattern would be the right scale so that the height of the side band was as tall as we wanted it to be. And this gives me a chance to compare it, with her face and see, okay, maybe I actually want this to be about that tall. It's kind of like a pencil eraser right now. And if you look closely at this mock-up, you'll see that I have kept my markings of, like, here's the center, here's the notches for the front, the sides, and the center back. And I've taped a wire on there to give it some stability so that when we put it on, in this case, just a dolly head, but if this was a person and she's standing in a fitting room, then we can set it on her head and it's not going to collapse and get crushed because it's just plain old brown paper. So this is for a type of medieval headdress called an escaffion that I had to build several years ago for Romeo and Juliet. And I drafted the pattern and then I quickly stitched a version of it together. This is some kind of upholstery mesh that I found down in the mezzanine storage that actually probably belonged to props, but it was a nice stable weight for what this needed to be. I didn't want to tape this together out of paper because of how closely it fits to the performer's face. It really needs to snugly fit around her head. So I knew I'd have to mock it up in something that I could get that close of a fit, and it would actually tell me something structurally in the fitting. You'll also notice it was stitched in and then ripped out and then safety pinned back in this support strut of Bricoleuse on both sides of the. Put it in, and first the costume designer said, oh, it's too rigid, take it out. But then it started to collapse and look like bunny ears. And we realized we did have to have something stabilizing in there. And since the actual one was going to be made out of buckram and covered in a fashion fabric, I could put those Bricoleuse supports into it and it wouldn't be seen. I think she was responding to the fact that she could see it because this is transparent. But this gives you an idea of how you can approach a mock-up, that you could take into a fitting that will give you the kind of information that you need in that fitting that doesn't require you to go ahead and put the whole thing together in buckram and then discover, oh, actually those points need to be 3 inches taller because this is a really extreme comedic character. So that's my little overview of mock-ups.
If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, please subscribe to my channel, and come check out my Thursday studio stream.